Namaste students, I hope you all are fine. So today we will start the new topic, that is translation process. What is translation? Translation means the formation of the proteins, from the RNA. Okay, RNA having the genetic information which is responsible for the encoding of the proteins. Now the next question arises that where the translation process it occurs. It occurs in the cytoplasm region. It occurs in the cytoplasm region. Okay, and this is the structure. This is the structure of the ribosome, having the small subunit and the large subunit. Having small subunit and the large subunit, and it is having three sites. It is having three sites. What are the first, that is the E site. The first, it is the E site and it is known as the exit site. It is known as the exit site. Okay, means from here the uncharged tRNA it will release. The uncharged tRNA it is removed from the E site, and A site it is responsible for receiving the charged tRNA. Okay, A site it is responsible for receiving the charged tRNA. Next is the P site. P site it is responsible for having the tRNA over which the growing polypeptide that is present. Okay, so P site having the tRNA which contains the growing polypeptide. Now next we will discuss about the tRNA. As in the previous lecture we discussed the structure of the tRNA molecule. And it is also known as the adapter molecule. Why it is known as the adapter molecule? Because it contains the anticodones. And these anticodones that are complementary to the base pairs that are present over the mRNA. Okay, so tRNA it is having the anticodone site, if you remember, and one is having the ribosomal site and one is having the enzyme site also. Okay, so that ribosomal site means the tRNA having the ribosomal site, it will attach with the ribosome. Okay, because this E site, P site and A site it receives the tRNA. These sites that are for the tRNA, P and A, in the P and the A site the tRNA that is present, and from the E site the uncharged means the discharged tRNA it will be removed. Okay, so we have to discuss this in detail. We will discuss the translation process in detail, that what is actually translation and how the protein synthesis it occurs. So let's discuss in detail. So there are three steps in the translation process. The first, that is the initiation, the second, that is the elongation, and the third, that is termination. So step by step we will discuss all these three steps. So first, that is initiation. First is initiation. So in initiation what happened? The translation initiation complex it will form. But there are also further some steps are there. First, that is the charging of the amino acid. Now how the charging of the amino acid it occurs? Because the tRNA it will receive only the charged amino acid. Okay, so first of all amino acid it will combine with the ATP molecule. And it will form amino amino acid AMP enzyme complex. It will form amino acid AMP enzyme complex and pyrophosphates that will be removed. The pyrophosphates, it will be removed. Okay. So charging of tRNA, charging of the amino acid means the amino acid plus ATP, then amino acid AMP enzyme complex plus pyrophosphates that are released. Now second process, that is the charging of the tRNA also, because the ribosomes they receive only the charged tRNA. Because the ribosomes they received only the charged tRNA. Okay, so tRNA plus this amino acid AMP enzyme complex. Amino acid enzyme complex. tRNA plus amino acid enzyme complex, when it will bind with this, then what will happen? It will be converted into the charged tRNA. Okay, means tRNA, here amino acid AMP enzyme complex you have to write. So tRNA having the amino acid, this is the charged tRNA now. This is charged tRNA because having the amino acid. Okay, so whenever the amino acid it is combined with the tRNA, and where this amino acid it will combine, if you remember this structure, this is like in this manner. Okay, so here the amino acid binding site that is present, and this is the structure of the tRNA molecule. So when the tRNA it will bind with the amino acid, then it will become the charged tRNA. It will become charged tRNA. So tRNA plus amino acid AMP enzyme. Okay. So it will be converted into tRNA amino acid, and the AMP it will be released. The AMP it will be released from here. Okay. So now what will happen? That now we are having the charged tRNA molecule. So see again in the initiation step, first of all the amino acid it will become charged, and then this charged amino acid means the amino acid AMP enzyme complex, it will bind with the tRNA. It will bind with the tRNA, and then this tRNA it will also become charged. It will also become charged, and this will form the tRNA amino acid. Okay, now the next step is that this charged tRNA it will bind with the large subunit of the ribosome, and then it will form the initiation complex. So this is the first and second step of the initiation. Now we will discuss the third step of the initiation process. Okay, so students, we discussed about the initiation process. Means the two steps of the initiation process we discussed. That is, the first is the charging of the amino acid, and second, that is the charging of the tRNA molecule. Okay, next we will discuss the third step, that is the translation initiation complex. Translation initiation complex. Now how this translation initiation complex it forms? Okay, so first is that we discuss the charged tRNA it forms. Okay, so one more thing I want to tell you, that one enzyme is there, that is amino acyl tRNA synthetase. What is the name? That is amino acyl tRNA synthetase. So this is the enzyme which is responsible for the charging of the amino acids as well as the charging of the tRNA. means this enzyme, it is responsible for catalyzing both the reactions. Now we will discuss about the translation initiation complex. In this case, what will happen in the translation initiation complex, that first of all the small ribosomal subunit, okay, this is small ribosomal subunit, small ribosomal subunit, and this small ribosomal subunit, it will bind with the mRNA. It will bind with the mRNA. Okay, so this is the 5' end and this is the 3' end. So this 5' end of the small ribosomal subunit, the 5' end of the mRNA, it will bind with the small ribosomal subunit. Okay, as I told you that in case when we discuss the structure of the mRNA, that the cap and the tail portion, means the 5' end and the 3' end, they have the attachment site for the ribosomal subunit. Okay, so it will attach with the mRNA molecule, the small ribosomal subunit. Now this mRNA, it is having the AUG codon. It is having the AUG codon. Okay, and AUG, it is also known as the start codon. It is also known as start codon. Okay, AUG, it is also known as the start codon. Now what will happen? It will bind with the tRNA molecule having the methionine. Okay, having the methionine. How it will bind? Because this tRNA, it is having the complementary base pairs. I will show this part here, that if suppose the mRNA, it is having the AUG, then it will bind with the anticodon of tRNA, that is A complementary to the, yes, here will be the U and U, A and G, C. Okay, so this anticodon portion, it will be present over the tRNA molecule here, and it will bind with this. Then after that, what happened? That this tRNA, it will bind with the P site of the large ribosomal subunit. It will bind with the P site of the large ribosomal subunit. And this is E, this is P, and this is A. Okay, so I will make this diagram here more clear. Like first, the small ribosomal subunit, then the mRNA binds, and then here AUG codon of the mRNA, it will bind with the tRNA having the methionine, means this tRNA, it is charged with the methionine amino acid having the anticodon U, A and C. U, A and C. Now this tRNA, it will bind with the P site of the large subunit, and here the A site it is present and E site it is also present, and it will come under the large subunit. So it will form the translation initiation complex. It forms the translation initiation complex. So in this manner, the translation initiation complex, it will form. Okay. Now the next step, that is the elongation process and then termination. Okay. So in the elongation also, three steps are there. First, it is the codon recognition. First, it is the codon recognition. Second, it is the peptide bond formation. Second is the peptide bond formation. And third, it is the translocation. Okay, so now we will discuss these three steps: elongation, like codon recognition, peptide bond formation, and translocation in detail.